I will speak something about Lord Rama, Rama's life. Lord Krishna, Lord Rama, they are all same person, only one person, but doing double acting or triple acting. Just like Rama, Vishnu, and Krishna. All three are called by the names Purushottam. Huh? Purushottam means uh, Uttama Purusha. Uttama Purushastu Anyaha Paramatmeti Udahritah Yo Lokatrayamavishya Vipatyavya Ishwaraha. Krishna is telling who is Uttama Purusha is Paramatma, he's saying. The super soul in the heart of everybody. He's a supreme Lord. Uh, and you have voice? Okay. So the same Lord sometimes has different moods, just like all of you. When you are in office, you are in one mood. When you are at home, you are in a different mood and different attire also, a different type of dress. So you will see like Lord Vishnu has, disc and conch in the hand. So disc is for, killing the demons and the conch is for devotees. Similarly, Lord Rama has bow and arrow, you have seen. And Krishna is playing flute. So Krishna is like the Lord at home. uh, And Lord Rama and Lord Vishnu are like the Lord in the parliament. So, uh, like Prime Minister of India, in the parliament, everyone salutes him. But when he goes to his home, he bows to his mother. Correct? No? So the relationships are different. Person is same, but he plays a different role. And besides that, you will see Lord Krishna and Rama, there is a diametrically opposite type of natures they have, although they are the same person. Like you see, Krishna is bluish in color, Rama is greenish in color. And Krishna appears in the midnight, Rama appears in the middle of the day, at noon time. And Lord Rama ruled only one place, Ayodhya, for 60,000 years. He didn't move in the main place, he ruled in one place and he showed Rama Rajya how ideal kingdom should be, how ideal king should lead. Whereas Krishna appeared in Mathura, went to Nanda Gokulam, then he again came back to Mathura, then he went to Dwaraka, then he went to Hastinapur to protect the Pandavas. He kept moving from place to place. And Lord Rama is very strict in discipline, is truthful, is honest, and a righteous king, sober, grave, Ekapatni Vrata, which means he took a vow to marry only one wife, and he didn't accept Shurpanaka. He told her, I have taken a vow to marry only one wife. Although Kshatriyas were allowed to marry many wives in the Vedic times, but Rama did not accept more than one, isn't it? And on the other hand, Krishna has 16,108 wives in the Dwaraka, you find queens. And Lord Rama stands erect with his bow and arrow, and Krishna stands in a threefold bending form playing on the flute. Correct, no? Lord Rama is sober, whereas Krishna is playful and sportive. Lord Rama is truthful. Krishna is like naughty and mischievous. He steals butter from the house of the gopis in Vrindavan. So why you are saying the person is same person, but they appear to be behaving differently, one may say. That is because different jivas, living beings, are attracted to different type of personality and behavior. Like how many of you are attracted to somebody who is sober and grave and serious and truthful and honest and disciplined and keeps his vow? How many of you are attracted to such a person? Yeah. And how many of you are attracted to somebody who is playful and naughty and mischievous and jovial and friendly and deals with you in an unassuming way, not like God, but as one of the friends? How many of you like that? Others, right now? So to please these two different type of devotees, Lord manifests these two different forms. But it's the same person. Uh, uh, Krishna only expands as Rama, he only expands as Vishnu. Ultimately, Krishna is like one lamp from which other lamps are manifested, like that. That example is given. Deeparchire bahidashantaramapyupetya. Like that, there's a verse in the Brahma Samhita which says that. Now, coming to Rama, Rama's character is so great. He teaches us. Uh, his Leela is called Nara Leela. Therefore, he called it Maryada Purushottam. How a human being should live in this world, Lord Rama is teaching. How we should deal with wife, how we should deal with brothers, how to deal with parents, how to deal with citizens, and how to deal with other living beings. So, extraordinary example. I'll tell you a few of those examples of Rama's dealings. Now we are living in this age, which is called as the age of me culture. Everybody is thinking about whom? Me. I, me, mine. What is in it for me? Everybody is thinking like that. And nobody cares about others. Yeah, if you are in a flight, if you are in a train, you know, you mind your business, I mind my business. Nobody cares unless they have some favor to seek from you. Huh? So, because of this, people feel very lonely, even in a crowded place, because people don't connect from one with one heart to another heart. And how does that connection happen? So, when I was in Ottawa, I was speaking on a topic called sacred bonds. So, you will see in Ramayana, you will learn how the connection happens. The first aspect of connection is when you do, when you become selfless uh, in your disposition and you are willing to sacrifice something for someone. Then only the relationship starts with someone. Like I'll tell you an example. Between Pune, where I live, to Mumbai, and it's a 4 hour drive by car. One millionaire had come to Pune and he was going in his car back. Midway, there is a hilly zone called Lonavla. In this area, there's a thick forest type of area it is. One has to go through that. So when he was going through that, suddenly by night, 7 o'clock or so, his tire became punctured. So he got out of the car, he tried to put the stepney, put another tire, and he couldn't repair it. It got dark. He's wondering what to do. He saw a hill. He will do that if you tell him, my assistant. Mhm. So, so when he saw the hill, there was a hut there, one house, and there was some smoke coming from there. So this rich man, went through the bushy trees and everything. He went to the hut and battered the door. One farmer opened the door. The man said, "My car is like stranded in the middle of the forest, and it's getting dark. Can I stay overnight?" So he asked. And the farmer very happily, gladly welcomed him. He gave him something to eat. He gave him bedding to sleep. And next day morning, when this rich man got up, he was very satisfied. Uh, then by the time he had called his servants and everybody to come and pick up the car and everything. Now, while just before leaving, this man wanted to give a token of appreciation. So he just took out, you know, in India, he took out some 500 rupee note, gave it to the farmer. And farmer said, "No, I can't accept any money. You are my guest who came to my house and I gave you food and accommodation. I'm not a businessman. I'm just a simple farmer," he said. And the man said, "But you did a favor. I want to return the favor, what you have done for me." But this man said, "No, I can't touch this money." Hmm. So in India, they call it Atiti Devo Bhava, correct? No? If a guest comes, he is like a God coming to your house. He should be treated with respect. Then the rich man immediately took out his card and said, "Okay, when you come to Mumbai city, you visit my home. I would like to give you a big feast also. And I'll take you around." So he was very pleased with this farmer. So in this way now, so he was telling this, uh, rich man was telling, generally we don't connect with people below our status. He's a millionaire. But how can a millionaire connect with a poor farmer? Can any of you say how he connected? Any of you? Why did he connect? Why did he give his card to him? Will a millionaire give card to a poor beggar, poor man? Why did he give? A favor? Can you elaborate a little more?
He might need some favor from.
Okay, he's a poor man, Okay, let me, give something to him. Is it because he just gave him because he was a poor man? Huh?
He developed trust in poor man's
He developed trust in poor man's character. Okay. Anybody else?
He got connected with the heart, like he felt good in the heart.
He felt good at heart. He felt connection. Okay. I'm looking for one more answer. I'm looking for. Yeah.
So, when he was asking for help, right, Prabhu? At that time, that farmer is the richest one, right? So he's the poor one there, and he connected to the richest man at that time, that farmer, right? The same thing. If the poor wants to connect to the richest person, the rich person who is poor at that time connected to the rich person. Connected to the poor person who is rich at that time, right?
Okay.
Yeah, I think so.
But I want. I'm looking for one word. He helped him when he was in need selflessly. Okay.
Reciprocation.
Reciprocation. Okay. I want a little more elaboration on this reciprocation. Yes, sir.
There's no judgment
There is no judgment by whom?
by the farmer to the rich man, and then the rich man wanted to show that he didn't judge him either.
Who didn't judge? Rich man didn't judge the farmer, is it?
No.
No. I couldn't get the answer, judgment. You can a little bit explain it?
There was no sense of prejudice. No prejudice.
No expectation.
No expectation. That was one answer I was looking for. Actually, farmer served the rich man without any expectation. Did he expect any money from him for the service? If somebody renders some service to you without expectation, they occupy your heart. For example, all of you, your parents have raised you from childhood to now. You ask your mother, what do you want? You have done so much service to me. She says, I just want to see you happy. Then you get sold out to your mother. You say that, my God, this lady, when I was a small baby, I gave so much trouble to her. After growing up, another type of trouble I gave, isn't it? But she has been so kind to me, cooking for me, feeding me, tolerating me, all my troubles I gave. But now, at the end, when I'm grown up now fully, I want to purchase something for her. She says she doesn't want anything. She simply wants to see me happy. And therefore, you see many people in this world, they very strongly connect with their mother, father, because whenever the relationship is selfless, without any expectation in return, and they are serving you in a mood of sacrifice, then they occupy your heart very strongly. Like Srila Prabhupada came to America when he was cooking for the hippies, feeding the hippies, and giving them knowledge. And in return, the hippies are wondering, what are we doing for him? He himself cooked and served prasad. He himself washed the plates. And he just gave them knowledge. And he actually told them very clearly, if any of you feel you don't want to chant Hare Krishna, you want to chant the name of God given in your books, we can chant. Ultimately, capital G, God is only one. It's not that there are 5 gods fighting for a post or something. So he presented the philosophy in a very non-sectarian, very secular manner. And he gave them, he just wanted to see the suffering souls get out of the world and go back to Godhead. So that, without an expectation, selflessly rendered service touches the heart. So the rich man was telling me when he met me, I wouldn't give a car to any poor man in this world because we are in a high social circle. We will not give. But I gave this fellow because this fellow did not have any agenda when he connected with me. Imagine a boy comes to you, he says, "Oh, you look very cute. Your hairstyle is very nice. This dress makes you look very smart. Can you please give me $5,000? I have some expenses." Then you may think that, oh, All your flattery is only for getting money. And next time he comes and praises you, you will say, what is your agenda now? Huh? So, in this way, you will see most people go to God with some agenda, correct? No? Oh God, you are very wonderful. So, please give me this. Please give me this car, give me a bungalow like that. So, no. Therefore, people who work without any agenda, with a pure heart of selfless sacrifice, are very rare. In Ram Leela, you will find that. When Rama was told to go to forest, first he went to Sita and told Sita that, hey, Sita, first he went to Mother Kaushalya. Went. And he told Mother Kaushalya that, father and Kaikeyi has told me to go to forest, I am going. But mother, do not worry, this 14 years will go like one moment. I'll come back. And Mother Kaushalya said, why are you listening only to your father? I am your mother. Will you not listen to me? Yes, what is your desire? She said, I will suggest you that let Bharat become the king as per Kaikeyi's wish. But you don't have to go to forest. You remain with me. And I will convince Kaikeyi and Bharat that I want my son with me in the palace. But you don't become the king. Let Bharat become the king. Like that she said. Ram said, no. Kaikeyi and Dasharath, they have decided that I should go to forest 14 years. But I can't break my father's promise. And the mother said, then I'll come with you to forest. And he told her, no, the wife should always remain with the husband. He said like that. Then Kausalya loudly cried. Ram pacified her, said, if you don't give me blessing, how will I, be happy in the forest? Then she wiped her tears, called the Brahmins, spoke auspicious invocation, and then blessed Ram. So in this way, Ram thought that my mother should be peaceful in the palace and not suffer with me in the forest. Correct, no? He's thinking about whose comfort? Mother's comfort. Same way, when he went to Sita, he told Sita, Sita, stay with the three mothers, peaceful in the palace. I will quickly come back. Sita said, what are you talking? For a woman, being away from the husband in the palace is like sleeping in a bed of thorns. And staying by your side in the forest, that is like heaven for me. I will see the beautiful waterfalls, I will see the mountains, and with you by my side, my life would be great. And I don't want to be separated even for a moment from you. And then Ram said, no, 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 don't think forest life is a cakewalk and you can have a fun there. Forest life is dangerous life. Animals like tiger, lion are always praying for food. And we can't get a palace to live. You have to live under the tree. You have to eat berries and things like that. You won't get good food to eat. And you are a woman, you are in a woman's body. It's more risky to go to a jungle like that. There might be many rakshasas and all. So when she heard it, oh, you have decided to separate me from you and go away? She loudly cried. She said, when you come back and see, you would see me drowned in a river, or I will consume poison and die, or I will, uh, burn myself in fire. And then Ram immediately intervened and told her, Sita, now you have passed the test. I will take you with me to forest. I just wanted to check what is in your heart. If you wanted to stay, I would have asked you to stay. If you are strongly wanting to come with me, I'll take you. I just want to see you happy. Like that he said. So he is always thinking of others' comfort and convenience and not one's own comfort and convenience. So Ram is thinking of her need, interest, concerns, expectations. Right now, you can see that. Imagine if any other husband goes to wife and says, Alas, wife, do you know I got a curse to go to forest 14 years, you also have to come. The wife loudly cries, No, 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 punishment is only for you, not for me. Yeah. And husband says, If you don't come, then who will cook for me in the forest? And I am afraid to go alone. She wants to stay back and he is dragging her to come with him. That was not the case. Correct, no? Completely selfless. Then Ram went to Lakshman. He told Lakshman, take care of the three mothers and I'll come back soon. Lakshman said, that Bharat will do. Bharat is going to become the king. He will take care of the three mothers. My luggage is already packed. I am going with you to forest. He said, I will walk ahead of you and make sure no animals will come and attack you or Sita. And wherever you stay, I will find out the water bodies. I'll find vegetables and fruits. I'll make a hut for you. and I will make sure you both get a sound sleep, and I will take a bow and arrow and go around the hut. Uh, Whole night I'll keep vigil. In fact, I have taken a vow. 14 years I am not going to sleep. So Nidra Devi, the goddess of sleep, came to him and said, "How can you take a vow like this? Every human being has a time of the day to sleep. If you are taking a vow, then you have to send me to somebody else. You have to give your sleep to someone else." And he said, "Give my sleep to my wife," he said. "Let she sleep till I come back. Her sleep plus my sleep. She will not have any trouble. I'll come back and meet her." This is Lakshman. Ram thought, "My lord, Lakshman is like lightning. I can't withstand his enthusiasm." So Ram had to accept him. Again, Lakshman, is he thinking about himself, his comfort, or Ram's comfort? Ram's comfort. Sita was telling Ram, "Your feet are so tender. I will walk ahead of you," Sita said. "Whatever thorns come my way, let them prick my feet first, and I will throw them away so that they won't prick your feet." Like that, she said to Ram. So Sita is thinking of Ram's comfort. Ram is thinking of Sita's comfort. Ram is thinking of Lakshman's comfort. Lakshman is thinking of Ram's comfort. So this is the Vedic life. Vedic life means what? Parents are here, children are here. So the relationship is like this. Children think about parents' comfort, parents think about children's comfort. And that is how the relationship is very sweet. Imagine they both think about their own comfort like this. Is it good? That is called as a selfish family. Hmm. Like, for example, if a man and woman come together, say the woman is thinking, you know, how much this money this man has in his pocket so that he can provide me all my facilities. Costly dresses, a big house, a big car, and a good amount of money so that I can enjoy my life. If woman is thinking like that, and man is thinking how beautiful she is so that she can satisfy my sex urge, both are seeing in that manner. They are actually like this. Both are thinking, what is in it for me? What is in it for me? That is a very frustrated family. Very quickly, that husband wife love big quarrel. You will see that because they are not thinking about others' comfort. Correct, no? So modern day is characterized by selfishness, me culture. Uh, So in Pune, there is one very big industrialist. So he is 82 years old. He was. He called me and said, "Radheshyamji, you know, I want you to come to my home as soon as possible. There's a big problem at home." He had two sons, and this fellow had so much property. They had many schools, many colleges, many industries, many farms, and hundreds and thousands of cows also. Very big fellow. So he said, "Now that I am 82, I want to divide the property amongst my sons." So when I divided, both my sons are quarreling. They say, "I want this, I want that one, I want this one. I don't want village property, I want city property," and things like that. But whenever they both agreed, I was thinking of finalizing the will. But then they will go and talk to their wife, and the wife will fill up something in their ears. Next day morning, they'll come and say that, "No, we don't agree." Because wife will give them some pinch. Ask for that one, ask for this one, like that. So it was a very frustrated family. The old man said, "I have lost my sleep last 1 week." So he said, "Can you please come to me?" I said, "See, I cannot engage in family quarrels. Because if I talk to your two sons, they'll become angry on me also. It's not good for them. But I can give a talk and go," I said. So I went to the house and they called many people. They called 30, 40 people, neighborhood people, all the relatives and all they called. So I spoke on the pastime of Lord Rama sent to forest. And when Rama was in Chitrakoot, at that time, when Bharata returned to the kingdom, he saw the whole Ayodhya was deserted. People were all weeping, nobody was cooking at home, and people were completely in a state of gloom. He thought, why Ayodhya, which used to be very beautiful, why is it looking so bad? What is the situation? Then he went to everybody and asked. Everybody was morose. Then he got the news that Ram has been sent to forest. Hmm. And Dasharatha has passed away. And it is because of his mother Kaikeyi who wanted Bharata to become king. He got really angry and mother. He loudly cried. Hmm. And he asked the mother, "What are you thinking in your mind foolishly? Ram is my life and soul. Hmm. He's the eldest brother in the family. and everyone would be happy to see him become the king. I would be the most happiest. Why did you become so cruel and hard-hearted like this? He chastised the mother very heavily. And he called for all the citizens and said, come, let's go to forest and bring back Ram, and place him on the throne. So they all proceeded to the forest. Now, long story cut short, when Bharata came to the spot in Chitrakoot, at that time, Lakshman and Ram were in the top of the mountain. And Lakshman was telling Ram, see, brother, Bharata is coming. I think he's coming with all the Ayodhya the army, uh, just like his mother. He is not satisfied with driving you to forest. Now they want to finish you, it seems. That is why he is bringing all the army and everything. And Ram said, why are you making a hasty conclusion like this? It's a foolish conclusion. Bharat is so fond of me. He will come and beg me to accept the kingdom and become the king. I know how much Bharat loves me. Ram said, and that turned out to be true. When Bharat came nearer, as he came nearer, he saw Ram, you know, wearing a knot above his head, uh, tied with some, like they tie the head with some pearls, and then he was having a tree bark dress, uh, dress made of tree bark. So there's a cloth which is made up of tree bark cloth. This Ram was wearing, Sita was wearing that, Lakshmana was wearing. And what Ram had done with the hair, there is one plant which gives out a liquid. If you put the milk type of thing, if you put it in the hair, your hair becomes matted. Ram matted his hair and he had tied up in the top. When Bharata saw that, from a distance only, he said, hey, brother Rama, you don't befit wearing this kind of attire. Having matting the hair on your head, wearing a tree bark dress. You are supposed to be ruling the whole world. You are wearing this. Alas, he cried and fell unconscious on the ground. Who? Bharat. And Rama came running forward and lifted Bharat. When Rama lifted Bharat, that time Ram noticed that Bharat also has matted his hair. And he was also wearing tree bark dress. Can any of you say why he did that? Because Bharata's idea was, I will go to the forest and become a proxy in the place of Ram. And I will send Ram back to Ayodhya to become the king. That was his actual plan with which he had intended to come. But when he saw Ram, he cried like this. Ram took him on his lap, sprinkled water and pacified. Then Bharata came to external consciousness. Bharata loudly cried and told Ram that, oh Rama, you are my master, you are my elder brother, you are the king. And for us, you are our life. If you go away from Ayodhya, it is like a body without life air. Please come and look at the three widowed mothers. They all have come to call you, including Kaikeyi. Even Vasishta Guruji has come to take us back. All of them are saying, please come back. We all want to see you become the king of Ayodhya. See, this pastime is very instructive. People who are Krishna conscious, they bring God into their hearts. Like whom? Like Bharat. Bharat is going to forest and inviting Ram's lotus feet to come back and rule the kingdom. And he want to have Rama as the master. Correct or not? And what is people like Kaikeyi, they want to send the Lord far away to jungle and take up the kingdom. You understand? No? So one is like a non-devotional behavior. Another one is a devotional behavior. Is that clear to everybody? So Kaikeyi wanted to drive away Ram, whereas Bharat wanted to bring back Ram. Correct? No? So when Rama, and he told Ram that, so they all have come to call you. I am calling you. Ayodhyasis are calling you. Everybody wants you back. Nobody wants you to go to forest. And father has passed away also. He's not there. So when, of course, Rama heard about Dasharatha passing away, he also cried. Lakshman cried. And they did the final ceremony and all that they did. After that, Ram told, now the Devatas who were behind the clouds, they were worried. Hey, this fellow Bharata is convincingly speaking. Three widowed mothers have come, Kaikeyi is saying, and Vasishta is saying, in case Ram's mind changes, and Ram says, okay, brother, all of you are calling, I'll come back and take the rule. If he says, then who will kill Ravan? They became worried. So Devatas from the clouds, they said, Bharat, follow the order of your brother. Don't call him back to kingdom. Because Rama was telling Bharat, that I order you to go back. If you respect me, it's my order to you. You should go back and rule. Bharat said, no, I will sit down here facing north and I will leave my life here. I will die. Ram said, what is so great about dying? Everybody dies in this world. But if you follow my instruction, then I would consider that you love me. That is more important than dying also. Hmm. So at that time, Devata spoke like that. Bharata said, okay, I will not rule the kingdom. Your Paduka will rule. Paduka is the sandals. So he took it on his head, kept it in Rama's feet, and then he took it on his head and kept it. And then singing the names of Rama, he returned back with all the Ayodhya. Rama 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 Sita Rama 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 Sita Rama Rama Rama. Everybody together. Rama 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 Sita Rama 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 Sita Rama Rama Rama. Rama 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 Sita Rama 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 Sita Rama 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 Sita Rama 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 Sita Rama 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 Sita Rama 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 Sita Rama 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 Sita Rama 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 Sita Rama Rama. So he kept the Paduka on the Simhasana. And then every day did puja for that. He offered flowers as if it is Rama standing there. Huh? Every day he took chamara, just like he worshipped Lord on the altar. He worshipped the Paduka. Every day reported what is happening in the kingdom. And he didn't live inside the Ayodhya. He lived at the frontiers of Ayodhya in a village called as Nandigram. I had recently personally gone there. I saw one amazing deity there, which was below in a gufa. What was the deity? Rama and Bharata embracing each other like you see here. This type of deity I saw there. Huh? Have you ever seen the two deities embracing? But that temple has a deity of Rama Bharata embracing. It's called as Bharat Milap. Huh? Bharat and Ram meeting. Huh? Because here you see Ram is telling Bharat, you go back and become the king. And Bharat is telling Ram, you return back and you become the king. They both are having a competition. But what competition is competition? Competition of? Is it a competition like what we see in this world? Huh? A different type of competition. Huh? Ram is saying, you become the king. Bharat is saying, you become the king. Both of them. So I asked the pujari, why this temple is below like this? You have to get down from a gufa and go inside. Then he said that Bharat thought in Nandigram when he was living, Lord Rama, when he goes to jungle, he will be sleeping on the floor, correct, no? Earlier Rama would sleep on a cot. When Rama is sleeping on cot, Bharat will sleep on ground. When Rama is sleeping on ground, Bharat is sleeping underground. That's why he made a gufa and lived inside the gufa. And he thought Rama will not get good food in the forest. So Bharat decided, 14 years, I will eat only barley mixed with cow urine. That's all he ate. Very austere eating, austere sleeping, and reporting about the Ayodhya kingdom. Bharat's selflessness, you can see that, how amazing it is. And so I told this past time in that family. So those two brothers were sitting right in the front. They heard the whole talk and they were looking at each other. And then at the end of the program, they told me to give out mala to many people. I gave to many people. And these two boys also took. They were married. They had two children each also. So they also took the mala. So these two brothers, later on, it seems they went to the father and said, today when we heard this lecture on Bharat Milap, we were ashamed. Because Bharat is telling Ram, you become the king. Ram is telling Bharat, you become the king. But we both brothers are fighting. I will take this property. We both are having another type of competition. You understand, no? So I remember when I was studying in IIT, there were two friends from the same village living, you know, They were students in IIT. Mm. These two boys. They both came from one city in India. So in the summer vacation, we all have a holiday. So when they're about to go, one of them was packing his suitcase. Other fellow brought his backpack and threw it inside the suitcase and said, "Hey, you carry my backpack on your suitcase. Huh? Anyway, we both are going by the same train, same village we are going." This fellow said, "Hey, you are putting your luggage into my suitcase. Am I a donkey who is supposed to carry your weight? Huh? You know, you take your backpack, I will take my suitcase," he said. But the friend just dropped it inside the suitcase and he ran away to station. And this fellow had to carry that suitcase. And he was very angry with his friend for treating him so disrespectfully, increasing his load unnecessarily. I saw that with my own eyes. Anyway, I called them for a program when they returned back after the vacation. One by one, they started coming to the program. They started chanting Hare Krishna, everything. So 1 year later, I saw an amazing sight. Again, they were returning to village for the summer vacation. Now this fellow was opening the suitcase and putting his cloth. So he asked his friend, "Hey, give me a backpack. I will put it in my suitcase. Yours is small luggage and mine is a big one. I will take it." And the friend was hesitating. He said, "No, no, I cannot give. How can I put my load on you? I cannot do that." But this boy went to his room and snatched the backpack and put in his suitcase. And he closed it. When he closed it, then that friend said, "If my luggage is inside your luggage, then I will carry the suitcase." So he started carrying. And this fellow said, "It's my suitcase. I will carry it." They both are pulling. "I will carry, I will carry." When I saw this sight, something hit me very hard. When I saw that, I was amazed. I thought the competition is similar to what Bharat and Ram were having. Correct, no? 1 year before, it was like a quarrel between them. You carry my luggage. And this fellow says, "You carry the load." They both want to throw it on the other. Whereas now they both want to take others' luggage on themselves. So what does that show? It shows that in the 1 year of chanting Hare Krishna, from selfishness, their hearts have become transformed to selflessness. That is Krishna consciousness. Cruel Mrigari became compassionate Mrigari. Crying Arjuna became confident Arjuna. So these selfish boys became selfless boys. Correct now? So today I spoke on this one theme to you about how in Ram's Leela you will find the utmost selflessness in everybody. Jatayu was ready to lay down the life for protecting Sita, although he was an old eagle. And Ram told Jatayu, "Although you didn't win the battle against Ravana, I still consider you victorious because you gave your full energy in serving me and Sita. I will send you to the spiritual world right now." So Lord sees the efforts. He doesn't see the result. In material world, people see which one. Efforts are the result. Is what they see. But Ram appreciated the efforts. Any great noble leader should be attentive to see the efforts that have gone in, even if the results are not great. Rama is like that. Similarly, Ram appreciated a squirrel for taking part in the Setu Bandha project. One may say, "Hey, he has a very small contribution, and these people have big, big contribution. So why should you pay attention to somebody so small?" So according to Ram, one's enthusiasm to participate in a project, even though one's capacity may be small, he appreciated the enthusiasm of the squirrel. Number one. Number two, the squirrel he told Hanuman, Lord told Hanuman, "You are acting according to your capacity, and the squirrel is putting his best capacity. Therefore, I treat him as much as respectfully as you." So Rama's nobility is very, very great. Therefore, even a squirrel want to selflessly serve Ram. Jatai want to selflessly serve Ram because Rama is origin of selflessness. Supreme Lord is the origin of all good qualities, isn't it? So Rama teaches us in this world, cultivate a little bit of selflessness. Like you will see, mm, uh, like I was staying in Chicago when I had gone. There was one Prabhuji there, Paramatma Prabhu. So I asked him, "Where is our accommodation?" I asked him. "The Prabhuji, in our house only," he said. I thought he may have a big house, you know, he may have multiple rooms he will give us. But his house is only this much. What you have here, this one, and you have wall in between right now. Similarly, what he has is, it's like a big, this much size house only, and where one room which is like this much room. From that wall to this wall, this is one room, and this is the second room, that's all. Immediately there is door. That's all he had. And this smaller room they had given to the little child. The child is 2 years, in second grade or something. One little daughter had given. So me and my assistant, when we went, so he had given that room to us, and they told this little child that these devotees will stay with us for 2 3 days. So you can spare your room. So because otherwise the little child would be doing all the study and activity there. So they told the child to also sacrifice the room. And he had a computer and everything in the hall, everything. He is IT man. He has that, and his wife is also cooking in one corner. She's cooking in one corner, another corner is IT office for him. It's work from home. That also he has. Other side there are bureaus, and it's a very packed house it is. So I told Prabhuji when I saw the place, Prabhu, you have a small family here, and we are two sadhus coming and staying in this room. You have taken away your half the facility of the house, and you have to stay in such a small place. He said, no, 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 Prabhuji, we are very blessed that you have come. While going, I told him, see, your house is small, but your heart is big. Right now, you are eager to bring devotees and offer facility to Krishna. So, mm, therefore, there is a saying. One time there were three Vaishnavas in South India, Alvars. So one Alvar, he was actually in a like bus stop we have, no? There was one shed. So he was lying down like this. He was lying like this and reading a book. So when the second Vaishnava came, he sat down and said, "You can also sit here." So he gave up the comfort of lying, and then he gave him a place to sit. So they both sat and they were reading their book. A third Vaishnava came. It started raining outside. Then he told them, "You also come inside." No, all three of them stood up. Huh? They were now standing under the shed because now if you go out to the shed, it will be raining. Now three of them couldn't sit in the seat. Seat was small. Then all three of them sat. All three of them stood up. This is the meaning of Vaishnava. Vaishnava means is always ever ready to serve selflessly and willing to adjust. So if we are willing to adjust to encourage another Vaishnava, they will never forget it. For whole life they'll remember. Just see how wonderful it is. So here we have a center. The center is called as BYS, Bhaktivedanta Youth Services Center. It's the first BYS in our San Jose temple. And we have discussed with His Grace Vaisheshika Prabhu, we would like to have a dozen centers like this in future. And he himself told us, around the temple we make a dozen centers like this, so that many, many students can come and stay and come for the morning program. So how is this building different from any other flat in the same row, if you see? Here, Supreme Lord is the owner of this place. And there are 5 devotees staying here. 5 are there, 5? 4 are staying here. They rise early in the morning. They go to the temple to attend the Mangalarti, Narsingharti, Tulsiarti, chant Hare Krishna, come back. And every morning, one of them gives a class also. They study Bhagavatam. They get a chance to prepare and speak. And they also follow 4 regulative principles. They chant 16 rounds. They read Prabhupada books. And he is a very great book distributor, Kautakana Prabhu. So either they distribute books or they assist in youth preaching. So morning, evening, they are into preaching and practice. And daytime, they go to office. How many are working in that out of 4? 3 are working. And one he is a brahmachari. He is 1. So 1 plus 3. So 3 of them are. So they go for job in the day. Morning and evening, they are completely Krishna conscious activities. So any of you devotees, you have a desire also that I want to practice spiritual life very seriously, selflessly, purely, and I want to make advancement. So you can put a word to Kautakarna Prabhu. He will bring you all together and he will arrange a flat where you can, not a flat here, it's a house, isn't it? Apartment, they call it, apartment. Apartment close to temple. And this is the golden period of your life, I can say, between the age of 21 to 30. How many of you between 21 to 30 now here? Yeah, most of you, right? Yeah. You are younger than 20, 21?
30 plus.
Okay. But you look young. It doesn't look like 30 plus. Okay. Okay. So, because generally at the age of 29, 30, boys get married. How many of you married in this? Anybody? Married? Okay. 2 of them are married, yeah. Nowadays, boys marry at 33 also, correct? No? 30 up to 33 also they marry. But generally, the 20 to 30 is a very good age where if you are not married, after marriage, more responsibilities come, correct? No? Then there's wife, then the children. Then you have three duties then. Morning for Krishna, daytime for profession, evening for family. But now we have only two. Morning and evening for Krishna, and daytime for profession. Correct, no? And this is a very good time for you to take training. From India, there is one Achyuta Mohan Prabhu, and I have connected a dozen YP, we call YP stands for YPEA, stands for Youth Preaching Expert Advisor. 5 minutes I'll finish. Youth Preaching Expert Advisor, like that there are 12 people. These are all 20 years devotees, very senior devotees. So Achyuta Mohan was a very smart preacher. Now he's the president of the ISKCON Varanasi temple. These are all devotees who were sent from Pune to different temples in India. Almost 15 temples we have sent devotees from Pune. They are all wonderful devotees. Acharya Prabhu came recently. He is vice president in Calcutta. So Achyuta Mohan Prabhu is going to actively connect with Achyuta Chaitanya Prabhu and Kautukarna Prabhu on a regular basis, weekly once, and they will come. There is preaching going on in SJSU and also Stanford University. Those are youth preaching, and Santa Clara is going to start now. Along with that, book distribution is also equally given weightage. We give 50% weightage to both, like that. And His Grace Vaishnav has greatly blessed our efforts. So we are very confident that something wonderful will come out very soon. And you all have the golden opportunity. You have a twin advantage. One advantage for you is by residing in a setup like this close to temple, you are going to utilize your youthful years in blossoming in your Krishna consciousness. Because we have a well-defined morning program where you are going to learn many nice Krishna conscious things. You're going to learn. You will learn about cooking. You will learn about chanting, dancing, mridangam, kartal, philosophy, everything you will learn. And in this way, you can blossom in your Krishna consciousness. Another advantage is you get chance to be a part of the preaching mission. Either preaching or youth preaching. You have the opportunity. Otherwise, if you're staying far away, then you may have to take care of yourself. You may be staying with some boys who are not devotees also sometimes. How many of you are staying in a room, in an apartment like this where others are not so much devotees? You will stay like that. Yeah, some of you. How many of you are staying with devotees, but not here, but far away from here? Little far away. How many of you stay with devotees? Yeah. You stay with devotees, but not here, far away. So, yeah. Then how many? What about others? They didn't raise hand for both. They are. I asked two questions. How many of you are staying with those are not devotees? Okay, how many are staying with those are not devotees? Okay, there are only few, 3, 4 are raising hand. And how many of you are staying with devotees? Okay, and others, what about others? Yeah? Huh? Staying alone. How many are staying alone? Oh, there are 5, 6. Okay. So those who are staying alone, 5 of you raised hand. You 5 come together and take a stand. Only you will need to little bit grow on selflessness also. Because if staying with 5 people in one apartment like this requires some adjustment, correct, no? But advantages, you will get morning program. Of course, you can take an apartment where only 2 of you may stay also. But coming for the morning program is very important. Prabhupada said, all devotees in ISKCON rise by 4 a.m. And coming to the temple, chanting 16 rounds, following 4 regs, reading Shastra, and getting the training is very helpful for you. And when Achyuta Mohan Prabhu comes, Acharya Prabhu comes, I come, we will come and stay in the apartment and we will have many programs like this. You can be very active in your spiritual life in this time. And you will become powerful. And tomorrow, when you get married, then you get a devotee wife, then husband, wife, you both, just like Prithu and Archie, you can go back to Godhead together. Husband, wife, both become powerful devotees, like Ambarish Maharaj and his wife, like that. Here, the seniors are also very powerful, Achyuta Chaitanya Prabhu and his wife, Sundaranand Prabhu and his wife. So, and some of you, those who don't want to marry at all, you want to remain single, then Kautukarna Prabhu is a role model for you. He's the first brahmachari in San Jose here. He said he doesn't want to marry, he wants to remain like this. Although he is living in the community of hundreds of powerful grihasthas, his heart is for remaining single. And Devavrata Prabhu lives in LA, saffron disciple of his Grace Vaisheshika Prabhu. He will also come here time to time. He's a very powerful devotee. He distributes books, Prabhupada books all over the country. Some of you have Brahmacharya inspiration, you can take more guidance from them. Somebody has a Grihastha inspiration, you can become Grihastha. But in the human form of life, make your spiritual life a serious activity. Okay? Is that clear to everybody? Another 5 minutes, then I have to go for my temple lecture, I think, after that. Huh? Is it 3:30?
2:45.
No.
3:30.
I'll have a little break in between. I can take 5 minutes questions, I can take. Yeah.
We have a mic.
Yeah. I can hear you.
So thank you so much. It was a wonderful summarization of the fasting. I had one question. You mentioned about relationships are selfless in the Vedic version.
And spiritual world also.
In spiritual world. Earlier, I had a question from the context where we are trying to make new relationships in context of if we find like-minded people in spirituality. Generally, when we approach somebody new, at least talking to myself, it is hard to be selfless if I don't know the person.
Correct.
And like I think about what is it in for me. But when we try to make relationships in the spiritual context, I have to be selfless.
Right.
So how do I be selfless with new people?
Actually, the new people are not new people for me, at least, because I see all of you as part and parcel of Krishna. So even I may not know about all of you now intimately, but I know that you are all Krishna's part and parcel. So whether you are selfless with me or not, I'll be selfless with you. Correct, no? Like I am a preacher now, I will selflessly give myself to anybody. Like for example, one man came to me taking appointment. राधेश्याम जी आपसे मिलना है. I said, बात क्या है? नहीं नहीं आपको मिलकर बताएंगे. I'll come and tell you. You know. Then I said, if you want to ask any question, email. You write email to me. I will reply. I said. He said, no. Personally बात करना है. Okay. Then he came to meet me personally. Afternoon, I gave him time. So he came with his son and said, अच्छा मैंने सुना ये VIT college, पुणे में you have a college and उसका डायरेक्टर जो है वो आपके ही चेला है. He is your student only. He is the director of the college. So he said, can you help me to get my son into the engineering college without paying any capitation fee? I mean, without paying any big money, spending that money like that. Can you help? He asked. So I was thinking in my mind, he is coming to a spiritual person and asking for a material benefit. Correct, no? Yeah. If you ask some questions from Gita, I can explain. So then I told him, see, I don't involve myself in these kind of activities. I told him frankly. Although he considers me his teacher, I teach him Shastra and all, and I don't like going to him for such favors. If I call and tell him give free, he may give free, but I don't want to seek such favors. It's not proper, because my relationship with that director is spiritual, and you are asking me for a material favor. So I'm sorry, I can't do that. And then I told him, if you have any other question on Gita, you tell me. He said, oh, I have no question. He went away after that. So in this way, you find from my side, I gave him prasad when he came. And I gave him a sitting place. I gave him some water. And I gave him a card. I told him, you can bring all your family members to temple. You are most welcome. We have a nice Sunday program here. And to tell me which area you are living, I will connect you to the program there in that area. I told him. I can be selfless to him even though he is trying to be selfish with me. We can always, because all souls are good. Every soul is ultimately Krishna's child only. And you don't need to know which religion one belongs to, which caste, creed, color, nationality they belong to. You can be kind to all. Wherever there is a living spark, you should have reverence and appreciation. Then your mind is also free, because you don't have any enemy at all. Every jiva is your friend, because they are related to the same common father. Aham bija. Clear? Thank you.
Thank you so much for the
Thank you.
we hear about Bharata, Rama, and Lakshmana. We don't hear much about Shatrugna.
Oh, Bharata and Shatrughna were very intimate, and Ram and Lakshman were very intimate. And Shatrugna is the fourth one. So he is the one who killed Lavanasura. Uh, so in near Madhuvan, you will see in Vrindavan. He's also very, very great Parakrami, very powerful also. And just as Lakshmana is glorified for his service to Ram, Shatrugna is glorified for his service to Bharat. And we say Ram, Lakshman, Bharat, Shatrugna. But actually it is Ram, Bharat, then Lakshman, Shatrugna. That's the order actually. But why we say Ram, Lakshman? Because Lakshmana was attached to Rama and Shatrugna was attached to Bharat, like that. and and there also, like when Bharata went out of station, Shatrugna had gone with him. Similarly, when Vishwamitra called for Rama, from Dasharatha called, Rama, come here, then immediately Lakshmana also came with him, like a shadow. They both are very intimate brothers like that. Anybody else?
Thank you for the class, Prabhu.
Thank you.
The relationships that we have in this world, like mother and child, they are also selfless in some ways.
Right.
So how do we see that? Is it the same thing, the spiritual relationships, or is it different? Or
Spiritual relationship is much superior also. I'll tell you why. Actually, mothers are supposed to be selfless. But nowadays, some of the mothers also, they want their son to be in a very big position so that they can increase their prestige also. They can show off to their other relatives and friends. My son is in Boston. My daughter is in Houston. People speak like that when they go to the parties and my son is in America and things like that. Again, the flight I saw, two mothers were sitting. Their children were near the windows. So this boy got up, peeped, and then that boy also talked. So this boy was telling that boy, hey, when you grow up, what do you want to do? So that boy said, I will join IIT. Now, both are small kids. Huh? He said, I'll join IIT. And mother became very happy. Huh? Then that boy asked this boy, when you grow up, what you will do? This boy said, I'll go to America. He said. This mother became so happy. Huh? She was telling all friends, my son is just a 7-year-old boy. He says, in future, he'll go to America. Huh? So this is called Sneha and Moha, we call it. Huh? Generally, mothers are selfless, supposed to be selfless. But sometimes they also want to draw some strength and prestige from the son's position. Right? It's a subtle thing it is. And some mothers openly say nowadays that my son, you have to make a lot of money and send us, build a house for us. Some people ask, not only mothers, fathers in some cases. I remember one father in Andhra Pradesh, he wanted his son to build a house in 60 lakh rupees in those days. Now 60 lakh means now to be many crores now, if you see like that. So this fellow was earning in America and sending money and building a very big house in the village. Villages, generally, you don't need a very big colorful house. People live in simple houses. But this family wanted to show off that our son is abroad and we are money to people. We are like Jamindar or whatever. So sometimes parents can be selfish because they don't have a spiritual training. That's the main reason. Once the spiritual training, Krishna consciousness is given, selflessness will, blossom in our heart more and more. Because Vedic life is a selfless life. Look at the trees; they don't take any money for giving mangoes. Look at the cow; it gives milk without taking any money. See the clouds are pouring down rain; you don't pay anything. Sun is giving sunlight; you are drawing from the solar panels and converting to electricity. Sun doesn't take any charges. In God's creation, everything is selfless. You will see that. Uh, it's amazing creation of Krishna. And Brahmanas, like we are giving knowledge, are we taking money? But people give charity. If they give, see, charity is voluntary. If they don't give charity, also will give knowledge. Correct or not? Kshatriya, for example, saves you from a tiger. If you give him 1,000 rupee note, will he accept? What he will say? I just did my duty. He doesn't take any charity. Kshatriya will not take charity. He will only accept tax for the government. Brahmana will not accept salary. He will only accept charity. See how specific you see. Like, Brahmana gives knowledge. Knowledge is not charged. It's given free. Correct, no? Kshatriya also protects somebody in the forest. He doesn't take money. You will see that. And Vaishya, he gathers a lot of money to give charity to Brahmins, tax to Kshatriyas, and food, clothing, shelter to Shudras, and he'll keep only little for himself. It's a very selfless life, again. Uh, And Shudra, he doesn't take a single penny money. He only takes food, clothing, shelter from the top three classes. Understand? No? So in Vedic life, service itself is reward. You're not paid for the service. Service itself is reward. Vedic life. So Vedic life itself teaches you selfless life. Hmm. Now times have changed. I was in one MBA college in Pune. The principal was telling our teachers, they get a hefty salary, like monthly, like 2 lakhs, 3 lakhs, like that they get. But the students have no respect for the teachers because the students are coming from stinking rich families, and because they know that the teachers are paid from our money only, they take the teacher very seriously. You know, but when teacher doesn't accept any salary, he just is selflessly wanting to give you knowledge, like in the Vedic life, you see, even ISKCON life also. In ISKCON sadhus, we don't fix any money for our training programs. And then when boys pass out, they take up jobs, then they feel pity for the preacher. He's struggling hard to expand the Krishna consciousness. Let me support the center with some, then they give some charity, they give. Correct, no? You understand this? Parents are to some degree selfless, but that the culture is degrading because of material consciousness. So material consciousness means selfish. Spiritual consciousness means selfless. So we have to increase the spiritual Krishna consciousness. Hmm. All right. So all of you are happy. You understood the topic. The one main theme I spoke on today. What is it? That Ram's selfless attitude, and like Ram, all characters are like that. Uh, See, Hanuman is fighting out Sita. His tail was put on fire. Do you know that? For the sake of Ram, he's ready to suffer so much. In Lanka, you can see that. And later on, his tail, he was feeling cooling like AC. And because Sita was praying for Hanuman, so I let Hanuman's tail not cause him burning. Sita is thinking of Hanuman's welfare. Hanuman thinking of Ram's order. Everybody is thinking of themselves or somebody else. Whole Ramayana is like that. Amazing it is. Amazing literature. Shabari, she is giving fruit to Rama, but only selected sweet fruits. Correct? No? Why she is doing that? She want to please Ram. One time, my assistant in those days, 5-10 years ago, he brought me some, uh, Mausambi juice. Mausambi juice is orange juice, isn't it? What do you call it? Sweet lime juice. Sweet lime juice he brought. So as soon as I put in my mouth, it was like very sour, like lemon. It was so sour. I immediately called him and said, "Hey, did you taste it?" Sorry, Pavi, I didn't taste it, Pavi said. I told him, now you taste it and tell me. So then I told him, tomorrow onwards, never give me juice without tasting. And it immediately hit me. That's why Shabari tasted and gave. Correct, no? She wanted to make sure that the fruits she is giving to Rama are. So she is thinking about whose pleasure? Everybody is thinking of Lord's pleasure. Clear? So that's the main theme we covered today. If you come to a center like this, these devotees are very selfless. I heard that, although they are four, many boys come to stay here also on the weekends. So they have to adjust. They have only one bathroom or two bathrooms. How many bathrooms here? Two bathrooms. Imagine if 10 boys in the weekend come to stay here because it is close to temple. Huh? And they adjust and they allow them to stay because one by one they'll get ready. I think you can give concession of coming to the morning program little late for some of the devotees because everybody cannot come at 4:30. I think, correct, no? But they are opening their doors. They have a big heart now for the others to come and stay and take advantage. If some more of you come here and stay nearby, it would be a great service also for you and for others. It's good also. So, how many of you are between 20 to 25 age bracket? 20 to 25. That's one, two, three of them. Okay. How many of you 25 to 30? Okay, this is number more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. And how many? Anybody is married in this? Any of you? Nobody is married in this. All are unmarried boys. Okay. Yes, this is a very good time. Before you get married, take some training. Because after marriage, you have more challenges to tackle. You have to tackle wife also, children also, job also. So the training will help you to have self-management. Huh? This gives you strength, inner strength to take more, challenging situations in life. Okay. Thank you. Shri Prabhupada ki,
Jai.
और भक्तवृंद की